Hey guys, Farger101 here with another Pokemon VGC matchup for you. First up, I just want to apologise for the lack of content on the channel over last week. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know, and if you don't, you won't. My laptop actually died this week. Thankfully, it was just the power cable that's gone. It wasn't anything more serious. I've got a new one of those now, so we can now upload. Yay! We're back. I was really relieved because if my laptop died, I can't afford to replace it, and that would pretty much be the end of uploads, to be fair. So pretty pleased that it was just the power cable. We also been jumping on some BattleSpot. We are still running the international challenge team that we ran. I'm currently working on a new team right now. It should be ready, hopefully, for the international challenge in April, which registration starts on the 19th of April, I believe, and the matchups start on the 28th. You actually get, I think it's Blaziken Ice and Sceptile Knight for, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, basically Blaziken and Sceptile's Megastones for taking part. So we'll be jumping on there and doing a few matches and uploading those to the channel as well. And we'll probably do a breakdown of the team like we did last time, as they seem to be pretty well received on there. We're going to jump into this one first though. So we are up against Phallus. We jumped on, this is the battle station, battle spot has been reset. We're up against Phallus, who's bringing with him a fairly interesting team. He's got a Gigalith, Mimikyu, Arcanine and Marowak. So his team on team preview is pretty much Heart, Trick Room. I haven't got any particular great way of stopping that, but my team doesn't mind Trick Room too much because we haven't got anything particularly speedy. So we can kind of play around it a little bit. But we'll jump into the matchup for you. As you can see, we are bringing with us Kainar, Incineroar, here and Mudsdale, Tapu Fini and Play-Doh and Muck. So we'll jump into the match for you guys. So Phallus looking very smart there with his short back and sides. He actually opens up with Gigalith and Mimikyu. So it threw me a little bit that this isn't Sandstream Gigalith, as it gets a special defense buff. So I wasn't really sure what it wanted to do. I knew that Mimikyu was going to get a Trick Room, and there was nothing I could do to stop that. So I figured we'd fake out this Gigalith just to stop it doing whatever it's going to do. Probably stopping Incineroar taking a Stone Edge. We're going to heavy slam the Mimikyu and get its disguise busted, because Mimikyu behind disguise is scary. Nothing we could do to stop the Trick Room going up, unfortunately. We could have doubled into it, but I probably would have had to have taken the Stone Edge off the Gigalith, and that's not something I particularly wanted to do. So we're under Trick Room now. We can still play around this a little bit, so it's not in the worst case scenario at the moment. And we're going to swap Incineroar out, and we're going to bring in Tapu Fini, predicting probably a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge potentially into that slot. Or even an Earthquake, possibly. Does it get Earthquake? Pretty sure it does. But Gigalith actually goes for a Rock Slide. It's going to do a decent chunk to Fini, not too much to Mudsdale, and he does actually get a crit on Mudsdale. We are going to get a stamina boost though, which is going to come in really handy. And we've got our terrain up as well now. So part of the reason I wanted to get Fini in there was A, because of a rock type attack, and B, Mimikyu sometimes carries Will-O-Wisp, and I didn't want Mudsdale getting Will-O-Wisps. So we go for a heavy slam onto the Mimikyu, which literally bodies it into next week. He does go out into his Arcanine next, so we're not in the back position. His Trick Room set is gone. I believe he had a Polygon on his team as well, so that could still be in the back, but you can see from preview it wasn't when you bought it. He's going to get the Intimidate off with his Arcanine. So we're going to protect here, because Arcanine, the problem with Arcanine in this is for so many different sets. He does go for a Protect. I think we just high horsepowered into it, predicting probably a Snarl. We see Rock Slide come out from the Gigalith. Fini's going to Protect. It's not going to do absolutely nothing to Mudsdale now because of the defense boosts. As we're going to high horsepower into the Arcanine slot, but he does go for a Protect there. So we know it can't Protect next turn though, so it's not too bad. We're going to swap Fini out just in case he has got Wild Charge. We're going to go out into Muck. So we're going to bring Play-Doh in. So a few defensive switches here, because Arcanine does get Wild Charge, and that would not be good for Fini. We kind of need her around for a little bit longer. Muck will take the Rock Slide pretty well. Mudsdale's just sitting here getting defense boosts, not caring the world, bless him. Bless her. As we do get that high horsepower into Arcanine, which, Intimidate might stop that being a no-co. He goes for Will-O-Wisp though, so we have got our protective field up, so we may be right playing getting Fini there to stop that potentially. Maybe should have done that turn. No, I think we were okay doing it when we did. We're going to go for a Protect with Muck. He's going to Protect with his Arcanine, which I believe we predicted. And Gigalith, however, goes for an Explosion. We'd actually targeted it down with high horsepower this turn. Was not expecting that, I'll be honest. I'm really glad we protected Muck. Although we're bulky, I think that may have actually picked up the KO. Mudsdale is going to live on 54. Gigalith is going down. I'll take it. He's down 2, so he's down 2. He's got 2 left, and we're still in a situation where we've got 4 of our mons left. And High Horsepower, which was aimed at Gigalith, just goes into the Arcanine Protect, and we've stalled out his Trick Room. So he's going to go into his last mon now, which is the Marowak. Now, I learnt this the hard way during the International Challenge. Muck actually outspeeds Marowak without Trick Room. Doesn't outspeed Arcanine though, who goes for a Flare Blitz, but he does target down Mudsdale, trying to pick up the KO, but Mudsdale, because of all his stamina boosts, is going to live on 26. We're going to knock off that Marowak and get rid of his Fit Club and take out some of his damage input, and it's super effective and does a ton of damage to that Marowak. As Boomerang connects, I expected that into Muck. We might have lived that without Fit Club though, because of a Figgy Berry. First one that triggered Figgy, we might have survived the second one. Would have been close, I think. However, Mudsdale, because of those defense boosts, is going to live that like an absolute champ on 14. We get High Horsepower off into Arcanine, but wouldn't you know it, we miss. Typical 90% accurate. Never mind, eh? Never mind. So Arcanine's going to go for a Protect this turn, which is fine. I kind of figured he would. So we were just going to Poison Jab straight into the Marowak slot anyway, just to take it out. We're actually going to click Rest with Mudsdale just to get all our health back, because he pretty much walls this Arcanine now. So didn't want him going down to anything. So I figured, you know what? Let's rest up. We're still being in a good place. We've got Finny in the back that can kind of deal with the Arcanine if we need to. But we're going to get all our nice health back, keep our defense boosts, and get our Resto Chesto Berry up there to recover, as Arcanine goes for another Protect. This is Jeet game for us. There's not a fat lot he can do at this point, so this is one of those where you're thinking, you know what, if I was in this situation, I would have just forfeit, because there's no way he can win. Not with Arcanine on field. So he goes for a double Protect here. I'm assuming he's just trying to stall out the game, but he's not going to be able to time stall me. Not when I've got pretty much all of my mons left anyway, and he's on that such low health. High Horsepower does connect after the Shadow Streak just to pick up the KO. And Phallus is going to lose that one, unfortunately. So, but GG to him. Heart Trick Room's actually pretty difficult to play around with this team. We're a little bit slow, so it doesn't affect us too much. I don't know. It doesn't affect us too much, but it just puts us a little bit on the back foot. The key thing with Trick Room is you have to get KOs while you're in Trick Room, and you didn't actually manage to do that. So otherwise, every turn you don't get a KO, you're just wasting turns. So maybe that's a tip. I'm still learning this format, but definitely with Trick Room, as soon as Trick Room goes up, you need to be getting KOs left, right and centre to make the most of it. Otherwise, you're just burning turns, and that's playing into your opponent's hands a little bit. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. If you did, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more content updates. And if I don't see you around, I will see you on BattleSpot. Take care for now. Bye.